Hello. Today we visit r/AskReddit to ask parents of Reddit, what are some of the strangest things you have heard your children say while gaming? Make sure to comment your favorite insult. My favorite is calling people Muppets. With that, sit back and enjoy. My 6-year-old, at the time, was playing a Super Mario game, her favorite. Suddenly I hear, "Get down the hole, you little bitch." I had to be the parent, but inside I was dying of laughter. That kid is going places. Probably down holes. I knew a little autistic boy who would scream "piss off bitch" every time a Goomba or Koopa would kill him in Super Mario. I'm not autistic or a little boy, but I scream that at Goombas as well. Ducking orphans. You guys are all ducking orphans while playing Roblox. Mon's ready for the Call of Duty lobbies. Nah, he needs some slurs and then he's ready. I'm still not ready, lol. My 16-year-old keeps yelling, "Dead." But I keep thinking he's saying, "Dad." So I keep responding to him. Oh god, the best dad joke. Are you winning? When I was a little kid, my mother liked me watching Dan TDM and Palsource JR since they didn't swear. One day I was watching Dan and my mother was shocked to hear him swear. I was confused and told her that he sometimes says, "damn," but never anything that bad. She said no, he said a bad word, then walked over to look at what I was watching. Her face calmed after she saw a large boat. Oh, he just said, "ship," and then refused to tell me what she thought he had said. As an adult, I now realize she thought he said, "shit." One time when my brother was like 9, he came out of his room absolutely fuming because someone called him a furry on Roblox. Oh, so that's what happens when they rage quit. Thank you for the knowledge. Ironic. My child was banned on Roblox for a week for calling someone a furry, hate speech, when he was 9. He didn't know what a furry was, I don't believe. Just saw that word thrown around on gaming videos or whatever. Opposite, but my mother loudly exclaimed, "Duck me in the ass," after her 10th time trying to catch a Magmar on Pokemon Go. My go-to used to be, well, duck me sideways. Son was 5 and just started playing Minecraft, and it wasn't words I heard, but deep, guttural, soul-destroying weeping. The type you try to keep quiet. I ran in. He wouldn't talk to me, just kept playing. Tears the size of my thumb streaming down his cheeks, bottom lip shaking. Eventually he told me he was swinging his axe to cut a tree and it hit the dog he tamed, killing it. He was devastated and guilt-ridden. His 4-year-old mind didn't quite grasp he wouldn't get in trouble in real life, and he was in turmoil because it was an accident, but he was so sad he had killed his dog and he thought he was going to be in big trouble. I just gave him a big hug till he let go. It was a while and told him it was okay. Accidents really do happen and to be careful with his axe next time. His sister showed him how to respawn a new dog. We laugh now, but at the time it really got him in the feels. Some people try to push the agenda that video games make you violent. Really all they do is give you freedom to explore things in a space without real-world consequences, at least usually. The reaction of your kid shows you had imparted in him a strong understanding of and appreciation for the sanctity of life. So even given the freedom of a video game environment, he felt bad for harming an innocent animal. During the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, because my friends and I couldn't get together, we started playing Minecraft every night. I went away from the group and I had a dog named General Mills. After I believe a 4-day hike, we got blown up by a creeper, and when I respawned, General Mills was not with me. I was devastated and never made another dog, thinking all this time that General Mills died. I had the idea to build a tunnel underground to get to the bamboo forest I had found during my first search, lost General Mills on my second search. It took me days to build it. One random day, whilst digging the tunnel, a dog popped into it. His tag said General Mills. When the creeper blew us up, he got blown away and he sat down, which is why he never came back with me. I got close to where he was and he was able to spawn to me. 10 out of 10 story. I'm not crying, you're crying. Not my kid, but my girlfriend's 10-year-old little brother has threatened to bend many people's mothers over. Average 11-year-old kid playing COD back in 2007. It's way funnier when the voice slinging slurs and insults sounds like it can't reach the top shelf of the fridge. He go in places. Either the club, or the penitentiary, depends on how it goes. My 17-year-old came into my room while his girlfriend was over. He says, "Hey, if you hear loud moaning coming out of my room, we're not up to anything, we're just playing this weird Sonic game." I'm over here like, okay, but that's worse. You see how that's worse, right? It better not be Sonic 06. I'll go buy you condoms right now to stop you from playing Sonic 06. It was Sonic 69. This is great. This leaves so many questions. While playing offline Splatoon 3, coming at you, you Canadian. My gamer buddies from the States refer to me as Poutine behind my back. I'm not nearly as offended as they think I am. OMG, I would wear that with an extreme badge of honor. Poutine is delicious. Kiss my ass, as I pass you in the grass. My 9M when we play Mario Kart. Kids got bars. Your 9-month-old said that? 9-month kid being savage. The other day I heard my 10-year-old son yell, "I'm clapping them cheeks," while he was playing Splitgate. I don't think that means what he thinks it means. Oh, your 10-year-old son knows exactly what he's saying. When me and my pals were 10, realizing that's 14 years ago is depressing as duck, we'd play COD, MW2 on the 360, and we'd be doing all kinds of weird shit to each other's mums, and telling adults to suck our nuts. In phrases so creative I can't even remember them, to be honest. It's funny because none of us could talk to girls. I actually don't think he did, because when I heard him say it I asked him if he knew what it meant and he just stared at me. Then I just said adult fun time. He looked mortified. Could also have been hearing his dad say the word adult fun time too, but he's just not the kind of kid that would say something like that if he knew what it meant. It's a pretty common phrase in multiplayer FPS games. He might be parroting what he's heard someone else say without understanding the context. Twitch streamers use it in their stream title, and I actually hear it when playing Apex and Overwatch. It just means you screwed, to be nice the other team. If you push a team, catch them off guard and basically devastate them, you clap their cheeks. Not a parent, but I one time heard my brother yell, "Let me put the meat in." I didn't hear any of what he had to say before that, just that. Maybe he's playing a cooking game. Overcooked gets hostile. Once played it with my 9-year-old brother and 2 of his friends. I'm 17, playing with 8 10-year-olds. Basically ended in me wrestling with my brother, one of his friends burning the kitchen down and the other one yelling at us for not playing the game right. Was fun. My 9-year-old said, "I am going to poop in your pants," to his friend. I will shit yourself. Which one of you shat in my pants? There was a great British anecdotalist who was on his last chance with his wife. He'd frequently return home covered in vomit after a heavy night of drinking. She said if he ever came home in that state again, she'd leave him. He explained this ultimatum to his friend, who said, "Look, next time it happens, put a £20 note in your pocket and tell them another man was sick on you, and that he's given you some money for the dry cleaning." So he went out for a few lunchtime drinks. This inevitably escalated to him getting extremely drunk and returning home covered in vomit. His wife was furious. But the man brandished the money and the accompanying excuse. His wife said, "But there are 2 £20 notes here." The man said, "Ah, yes. That's from the man who shat in my pants. When we were younger and shared a room, my brother went to a party, I think he was 17. Anyway, I woke up in the morning to a terrible smell, he had puked up in his bed. So I woke him up, 'Mate, wake up, you're laying in puke.' He wakes up and the first thing he says, 'Who's thrown up in my bed?' My teen son, while playing D&D, my brother in Christ, did you just say all Mexicans come from Spain? During another session I overheard, can you all stop trying the wall and just go through the door? Oh, D&D. If we're counting that, in my own sessions. I've touched the horse with guidance. He has seen God and has now been converted to Catholicism. Guidance only lasts 1 minute though. Well, horses can be Catholic, but only for 1 minute. Also, I heard y'all were setting the OGers free and with, the Association for Ogre Salvation. Y'all are getting sent to the dungeons for this. The person in charge of TAFOS stutters. Someone else, "Oh, no, you're confused. We're with the, Association for Ogre, Suffering. Ogre Suffering. The DM let us go after that save." Finally, Pope Francis wanders around aimlessly yelling, "Where is the library?" until an orc takes notice of him and helps him. I have a few. Are corpses objects? Is it considered an evil action to kill a toddler if we know he becomes fantasy Hitler later? Isn't this genocide? Nah, it's cool, they're not people. What happens if I eat the phylactery? Can I seduce the priest? Isn't your character currently disguised as a child? Oh shit, I forgot. He's a priest, maybe he's into it. you. This conversation isn't happening. Can I freeze the piss puddle I left into an ice knife to throw at that guy? Why? There is regular water and that spell doesn't require water. Because him. A friend's son while playing in his room with his mates. The flea market is not a good place to buy guns, bro. You need to kill people in order to buy them from the traders. It is cheaper. Yeah, I know ripping us off, right? I had to explain to my friend the game he was playing for 20 minutes to understand it and stop freaking out about his son becoming a terrorist. Escape from Tarkov. Head nape enthusiasts unite. Not a parent, but once while playing the first Red Dead Redemption and my friend told me that you could shoot and kill your horse. Naturally my naive, young self didn't believe it and shot my horse point blank in the head while riding full speed. It did a front flip and died immediately before I screamed angrily that I was going to friend with a broomstick. Got grounded for 2 months for that. Edit. To elaborate, my friend knew I wouldn't believe him as I had already played the second Red Dead and in that one you can't shoot your own horse. I thought he was lying, and when 10-year-old me was told something he didn't believe, he would try to do it to prove you wrong. My daughter was 6 or 7 at the time I beat Red Dead Redemption 2 and she likes horses. She saw me riding a horse a lot and wanted to play. Why not, right? I mean, outside storyline, not a lot of cussing, and I get the violence aspect of it, but there is so much room to roam without much risk. Not even 5 minutes and she hits a guy with a horse full speed while he was repairing his wagon. She winces, oh no. I better go check on him. Well, he was dead. She walks over, notices, and then takes his stuff saying, well, I guess he won't need this anymore. Someone sees her and she gets scared. She then picked up the body and went to the horse. Threw the body on the horse and took off. Now this is where I got a little worried. My daughter found a cliff and threw the body off, but it was in front of a house with a dog that kept barking. She pulled out the gun, killed the dog, because they wouldn't shut up, and the owner came out, started shooting at her. This little psycho turns to me and tells me, well, they all have to die now. Kills the owner, kills his wife, and kills a passerby that saw it all. Without missing a beat, she began grabbing their stuff and throwing the bodies off the cliff. She has not played it since. 15 minutes in and she has already killed 4 people, a dog, and threw the bodies off a cliff. With that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching all the way until the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite insult. Until next time.